Hello, this is Mr. King with Trade Stocks America with the Sunday evening, August 9th, 2009 daily stock report. Dow Jones had a higher high, up 113 on good news from the economic data. The unemployment rate was not as high as expected. The jobless claims were expected to be a loss of 325,000 jobs, but a loss of 247,000 came in. So the numbers are getting better. We're still losing jobs, but not at as fast of a rate as we have been. So this is the best numbers they've had in 19 months. The market celebrated strongly by going up 1.2 to 1.4% in the indexes that we follow. So this is a very healthy sign for the bulls. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ composite. NASDAQ did not make a higher high. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. And we had a higher high there, moving up 1.3% on the S&P 500. Let's take a look at a few of the stocks that have been quite strong this last 6 months. Here's Apple, Baidu. Baidu's doing what we call consolidation, a sidewards action, maybe a slight downtrend, looking for another step up, similar to what we see here, this kind of step up right in here. Very conceivable to see this move up like this and then to kind of start flattening out somewhat like that. Here's Amazon, another NASDAQ composite stock that has been quite strong this year. Let's take a look at Google. Higher high, real steadily moving up. Obviously missed this long position here. At the same time, we're following quite a few stocks. Let's take a look at a few of the oil stocks we're still short. Rig is still heading down. Nice correction here from the 82.70 that was high earlier last week, and now we're closed at 75 on Friday. Let's take a look at another oil stock, COG. Not quite as negative as Rig, but this probably should be covered here. Let's cover another oil stock. Now we're not short XTO, but I use this for an indicator to see how the oil sectors are doing. XTO usually is a little bit hotter of an oil stock than the others. Missed this short idea. It's too late now, as I posted on the Friday morning reports. Let's take a look at First Solar. That's starting to move up. It looks like to me that bottom is held from that support level on the June 10th. That 140 number is what we were concerned about. Hit a low of 141.76, which is awfully close for a $141 stock to be within $1 of that support line. And we're looking for this to continue to move up for a couple days. This is a long intermediate. It could last more than a week. First Solar can be a very strong stock. Let's cover a couple more stocks. Still long Pepsi. It's been down the last 3 days from that nice little pop on that buyout. Probably should have turned that into a swing and just go ahead and sold it and take that 4 or 5% on Pepsi that we were up. Goldman Sachs should start turning up here this week. Prudential on a nice uptrend. WellPoint Healthcare still going a little bit sideways with a bias toward the upside. The MACD is starting to point up here, so that's a good sign for our long position in WellPoint. Usually these healthcare stocks do quite well. Let's cover IBM real quick. Small long position starting to move up. Now let's cover some area that I really like, which is these bull shorts that have been working so well. Let's go through a few of these charts. Looking real good for GGC, Georgia Gulf. We've been short that for a few days. This should really drop hard. It's very conceivable to see this thing go in the low 20s. And with this kind of stock, I think that is quite a big potential left. I wouldn't be shorting this now. It's a little late now. It's dropped another 7% on Friday. Let's cover WUHN. Starting to turn over nicely. ETM rebounded about 12% here. Hope you could have covered that on Friday. It didn't hit that $3 number. I still think this is in the corrective phase. Now these bull shorts really need a big wide stop on here, and this is for aggressive investors. Same thing happened on this one. DAN should have covered this one. I gave you a pretty good note on this on Thursday night for Friday morning. Take profit on this soon, maybe Friday on that drop. Didn't drop, but I like to cover these positions when you know, we were up on this one 25% from $5 short price. It hit 402 on this low for Friday, so anytime these start to go against you, I take that money, and especially 25% up, that's quite good. You could have still covered at the opening and still made really good money, about 17% on that profit, even if you covered at the opening of 423. A lot of times I do that. OWW, which is Orbits, looking for that to still correct. No problem there yet. RDN, this is another bull short, or for aggressive investors, I call it a bull short. This is turning over on Friday. This should start breaking down here into the mid to low fours, giving us a nice profit. I'm going to say well under 5 is the target price for that. BCRX, I still think is in the corrective mode. Should break down a little more, even though it went up 5% on Friday. Looking for this to break down and drift down slowly at first, and then it could start accelerating on the downside. Hope you guys had a great weekend. You take care and put the odds in your favor. We'll talk to you tomorrow.